Borg! Yes, good boy.
He didn't come into my life as a pet. He came as a miracle. Small, clumsy, with big dark eyes and a look that felt almost human.
Oh my God, look at those lips. You sweet baby.
Artie was still just a baby, but he had already lost everything. And the first time I heard him calling for me, loud, desperate, as if using the last of his strength, I knew I could never walk away from him again.
So much drama. I know.
Every morning started the same way. I would step outside and hear, from somewhere far off, "Borg, Borg!" a human call.
Borg! Borg!
And then, faintly, the reply of a young water buffalo. A few seconds later, a little black dot would appear in the distance, running full speed toward me. "Hi, sweetheart," I'd say. He'd shake his head with joy, nuzzle into my shoulder, and wait for his bottle of milk. No one had ever chosen me to be their mom. No one but him.
Borg.
Artie came to us from a buffalo dairy in California. The place was awful. Dirty, overcrowded, full of sick and hungry animals. His mother died shortly after giving birth, and for several weeks the vets weren't sure he'd survive at all. He was so weak he could barely stand, but one morning he lifted his head and tried to rise. That was the moment everything began to change.
Hi. Oh my God, look at those lips.
When he finally started getting stronger, we made a decision to bring him all the way across the country from California to Florida. It sounded crazy, but we had no other choice.
Pretty face? Hi.
We packed up everything he needed and hit the road, 30 hours nonstop. And through it all, Artie was right there with us.
Hi. No. No.
He kept trying to squeeze between the front seats, poking his nose forward like a curious dog, wanting to see the road. Every time we stopped for gas or food, I fed him from his bottle. Then he would rest his head on my lap and fall asleep. I think that's when he realized he finally had a family. When we arrived, he stepped out of the van and just froze. He stared at the grass like he'd never seen it before. Then he took one cautious step, sniffed it, and suddenly started running in circles, as if he couldn't believe it was real. I stood there laughing through tears.
Look, you guys.
Sometimes he'd simply come up and rest his head on my shoulder. In those moments, I understood. Everything we had gone through was worth it. He wasn't just an animal anymore. He was my friend. Someone I trusted and who trusted me back completely.
Hi, Artie.
But life still tested us. When my husband Chris had a heart attack and went to the hospital, Artie missed him deeply. He would stand by the fence, waiting. And when Chris finally came home, Artie ran to him, bellowing with joy, pressing his head against his shoulder as if afraid to let him go again.
You're not allowed to leave.
Now Artie lives in a large herd with other water buffalo. He's grown strong and confident, a true king of the field. Sometimes I stand by the fence, watching him graze peacefully, so calm and content. But if I call his name, Artie, he immediately looks up and starts walking toward me.
A hungry baby buffalo is crawling in the buggy.
I know he hasn't forgotten me. He's living proof that love and care can bring life back, even when it seems lost. And when I see him now, free and full of joy, I realize it was all worth it. If you enjoyed this story about Artie, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more touching and heartwarming stories. Before bringing an exotic pet into your home, be sure to consult with experts and learn about their specific needs. Proper research is the key to giving them the happy, healthy life they truly deserve.